I don't know if there's too many free agents necessarily left that I see the Bengals signing. I like that are currently on the market. I will say that remember, just as the Bengals will, there'll be other teams that will start to cut players when those cut down days come, and I think that's when we
Mhm.
can start sort of assessing the situation and figuring out who makes sense for the Bengals to potentially add.
Yeah, I just don't think there's much out there that the Bengals, really necessarily need slash want. You could say you want to go after certain positions, but yeah, like pretty much what Malik said, I don't think there's a position group out there that you're hurting for right now that is open in free agency. Like there will be cuts later. Like we have the teams getting franchise tag, looking for trades. We have teams looking for or looking for looking to open cap space, and there might be some cuts here and there. But as of right now, I don't see the Bengals wanting anyone that's out there in free agency.
See, I'll push back just a little bit about that because I do see corner as a place where you could sorely use some veteran presence. I
100%.
know Mike Hilton is there. Obviously, Cam Taylor-Britt's been playing for a couple of years now, but I don't see that as a surefire veteran presence. And then you're talking about putting Dax Hill back there for the
Right.
first year playing wide corner, a spot he played less than 40 snaps in his entire college career, 3 years in Michigan. You're talking about Josh Newton or
Yeah,
yeah, Josh
yeah,
Newton. Too many names running
yeah.
around in my
No,
mind
you're
right now
good.
after post draft. So you're talking about Josh Newton. Oh yeah, fifth round rookie is our other guy backing up our outside spot. And it's like, okay, so you got Dax Hill who's played less than 50 snaps at wide corner in his career, and then you've got fifth round rookie, and those are your backup corners right now. And on top of if you're saying, hey, there's actually some sort of open competition thing, and they're looking at moving DJ Turner out of the rotation, which I don't think there's a lot of fire beneath
Mhm.
that smoke. But again, if you're looking at that, I'm going, hey, Stephon Gilmore is probably out there
Mhm.
looking for a team he can compete with. If he wants more money, okay, Steven Nelson is a guy who's played for the Chiefs, played for the Steelers, has been very solid in all of those stops, who would be just a couple $1 million. And that would really help shore up that depth or at least make you feel comfortable before
Yep.
you have to throw DJ Ivy off an ACL injury out there, Josh Newton
Right.
off that. So I look at those and I definitely see that. And then Calais Campbell, one of my favorite NFL players just of all time. Like just you get a guy who could help you on the interior and
Mhm.
just be a big ass. But you want to stop the run,
Hmm.
put a fucking 6'8"
Right.
giant dude in there who's been stout against the run all of his career, and he can play edge and defensive tackle
Hmm.
for you. So I feel like he
With
kind of
ease.
helps with your edge depth and helps with your interior
Yeah,
depth too. So that would be a dream target of
for
mine,
sure.
though I don't think they do that.
First, and that's the point that I was going to make
Yeah,
here.
right.
I love doing this show because you get so many different opinions. Whether we agree, disagree, we tend to all sort of would like them to be a little more. Like for me, I saw Dalton Risner as an ideal candidate. He obviously signed back with the Vikings today, but if we're dealing again, I always have said this before. We're dealing in the world of Bengaldom, right? We're dealing with the Bengals here, so we have to operate at that in that kind of mentality. I think we all have said cornerback was a sore spot where we felt like we could add a veteran presence. We even
Mhm.
said, hey, we could add a cornerback via the draft that was not named Josh Newton. And, Evan, Logan, Daniel, all of us, we listed off our various targets and we saw them go into the draft and not address the position until later in the draft. Um, I say this with some educated knowledge. I don't know if I see them adding a veteran corner. Uh, Lou's the kind of guy that he would like to get his hands on the player, as early as possible. Um, the way that I see them adding a quote unquote veteran corner is if somebody goes down in camp. But I think that the Bengals feel they need to see what they have in some of these young players, and they're going to give Dax Hill, they're going to give DJ Turner, they're going to give all these guys every opportunity it is to break through as starters or as solid contributors for this defense, and they feel good about their cornerback room as it currently stands. We all might not agree with that, but one thing's for sure: at some point or another, these guys are going to need to play.